up, guys? How's it going?
What's up?
My name's Jake.
My name's Alex.
And you're watching or listening to the Take Your Best Shot podcast. So I have some bittersweet news. I have decided that this episode 12, is probably going to be the last one for this season. For right now,
So sad.
it is sad because we've done so well, man. Like, to be honest, that's like almost half
We've
a year?
only missed like 3 weeks. I mean,
Well,
besides
we missed-
the one that dropped, besides the ones that we've accidentally dropped.
The ones I fucked up, basically.
Yeah, whatever.
We gotta make sure we're closer in instead of leaning back.
Oh,
Sorry,
whoops.
my bad.
Are you good?
No, you're good. And I fucked up some of them, a lot of them, but I decided to take a break for a while. Reason being is I want to hone my craft and get better at it. And I'm not saying that this took a lot, because it really didn't. But I just feel like the way my mind works, my focusing is just everywhere, and I just literally pile things on my head. And instead of making a list, which is a really healthy thing to do, I tend to hold everything in my head and stress out about it like crazy.
So it's just taking up a little bit too much hard drive space in the
Yeah,
old brain.
I need to free up the virtual the mind RAM that we talked about, man.
Yeah, dude.
And because a lot of things since the beginning of this podcast, a lot has happened to us.
Yeah.
A lot has happened to us. We've grown and changed a lot.
Yeah, dude.
Which is phenomenal, because like this podcast is only probably at least 4 or 5 months old.
I was gonna say 6, but
6.
I really don't know.
We'll say half a year.
Yeah.
And it's hold on. Let me also make sure that this microphone is on.
Is the microphone
Nope, it is not on, because last
It is
time
now.
I screwed up and I had to try to sync everything, and it was fun. Let me tell you.
Sync.
Yes, sync. But yeah, it's been a great ride for season 1, man. Like, I'm excited for season 2 if we can make it longer. Have more actual guests come on the show, like we talked
dude, for
about.
real. Like, we should
'Cause
definitely,
we never
like-
did that.
I say maybe we see what's coming up in October or something. It's fall.
It'd be cooler.
It'd be, yeah.
lot
we could
cooler.
take it, like, honestly, dude. We could take
could
it
take a
outside
whole-
sometimes or something.
Yeah, we can go like camping, go adventuring.
That'd be dope.
It'd be really cool if we did one on top of a fire tower.
I'm 100% down. So,
You know what I'm saying?
season 2, we're taking this podcast to fire towers.
That'd be kind of cool. We'll be a little bit more adventurous, so you can see kind of like the scenery that we do things. Who knows? Maybe when we start actually like doing different job sites, and like actually when I stop being stubborn and actually ask Alex for help.
Yeah, dude, that's 100% what you need to do.
We'll do some behind the scenes stuff. Maybe even do the podcast right after a job if we're not too tired or too crazy.
I am about to ask you to do a YouTube video with me.
Yeah. I mean, I got you. You got to ask me.
It's gonna be drone versus drone.
Oh shit!
But I also want like a B-roll sequence.
Wait.
Like the Old West, like gunslingers. But
Like
we got drones instead of.
Can we please wear fanny packs for the side for our
Hell
holster?
yeah, we can have.
And then we
fanny
just do
packs.
that, and like we
I
screw on
literally
the
have
things.
a fanny pack for my drone.
So like that, I have an idea for that. We'll talk about
Yeah,
that
dude.
off camera, because we can't give you guys our ideas. That
Yeah,
would
no.
suck.
Yeah, no, you can't know.
But no, like, I mean, it's been quite the adventure, and like, I just want to take a break so that I can actually grow.
Yeah, dude, we all need breaks sometimes. It's not a big deal.
Oh yeah, like, and this isn't the end. This isn't the end. It's been, like I said, I've had a lot of fun doing this, talking, picking your mind, seeing things from a different perspective, getting different advice from you.
Yeah, dude, same. Like, you literally tell me ideas and stuff like that, or we chit chat on the podcast plenty of times, and it leads to other ideas and other ways to do stuff, and yeah.
Which, by the way, like I said, there's nothing going on. We're just literally taking a break.
I hate this man.
So yeah, it's okay.
Oh shit! I keep leaning back.
It's okay. Me too. Obviously, I'm like.
I'm not used to this.
No, this is as you guys saw in the last episode. This is a new setup, as we are actually in my office. I decided to build a green wall.
I feel like this Gundam is gonna fly off the little thing and attack.
If it
keeps,
does,
like,
man.
roll or it keeps like wiggling and stuff.
Dude, if it attacks us, man, this is like. Can we make like? What was that movie that as a kids movie? It was Toy Soldier.
Indian in the cupboard. Oh yeah,
No,
Toy Soldiers.
Was it Toy Soldiers?
Yes.
We could make part 2 with Gundams
Dude.
and like fucking GI
Damn.
Joes or something. That'd be really cool if I was good at stop motion.
Quit leaning back. Oh, you're still on the camera. Okay.
What?
I said quit leaning back, and then I said, oh, you're still on the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. I was like, I think I'm okay in this frame. But yeah, I think that'd be kind of a cool idea too. It's something like I said. So the reason why is I made a short YouTube video on my personal YouTube page, saying that I wanted to get into content creation and actually start making things for myself instead of doing things for money.
When did you make this video, and why haven't I seen it?
Oh, it was like literally 2 nights ago.
Oh.
But I basically stated like I was going to just kind of just
I'm
have
Jake.
more
I'm a badass. I'm a content
No,
creator
I didn't say
now.
that. I didn't say that now.
Too good for a podcast. No, I'm just playing.
Well, do you want me in your videos or what?
Yeah, dude, I do. So
Then
I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
No, I'm kidding.
You don't have to tell me. I'll
I'm
do it
totally
myself.
kidding. Yeah. No, it's just like I said, I just want to be able to create more content for myself too, and actually like focus on making stuff like creatively that's in my head that's not for other people's.
No, man, I get it.
Like people.
I'm literally about to when I leave the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go finish a YouTube video because I've challenged myself to once a week.
This is for your stuff, right?
Yeah, and I've hit that. Like last week, I wanted to have my stuff out by Wednesday, and last week, I think my video came out Friday. I want to say.
But
And
you
so-
also had a crazy fucking week, man. You want to talk about that really quick?
Sure, dude. I'll talk about it. So, for those of you that don't know, I decided with a 9-day notice that I would enter a 48-hour film competition. I raised the money because I felt like it was irresponsible for me to it was like $300 basically
Right.
to enter. And I felt like I don't know how personal I've got on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a family at home. I felt like it was pretty irresponsible to spend $300 on pursuing my dreams at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like, $300 is $300.
But what people don't understand is like it's almost August, back to school.
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
happen.
exactly. So
and you have
I
how many kids? And how many kids
Um,
do you have
3.
too? See, and that's a lot to right there financially to take care
So,
of 3 kids, man.
Yeah, dude. I got some sponsors off Facebook, which shout out everybody that sponsored me. That was dope. We got sponsored and figured out that we had all the money on Tuesday. The
That's
film
awesome.
competition was that following Friday, like
Holy crap!
Tuesday to Friday. So Tuesday is when we literally decided that yes, we have the money to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So between Tuesday and Friday, we were trying to figure out who was going to act in it, what the hell we were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know anything until Friday night, so you draw a genre out of a hat with everybody else there. It was also in North Carolina, so it's
In Asheville,
exactly
right?
Asheville. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly 2 hours from my house. We knew we were going to film here because we didn't know anything about Asheville, North Carolina, or we don't have any resources up there or anything like that. So we knew we were going to do the travel.
Do you feel as if like the filmmakers that had hometown advantage definitely had an advantage over those who didn't?
Possibly. We came up with really we only lost the 2 hours traveling back to Knoxville, and we were on the phones and stuff like that with everybody. So I don't really feel like they had that much of an advantage. It was, thank God, it was a digital drop off. So I just had to send it back to them Sunday night because if I would have had to drive it to them, I probably wouldn't have made it. Or
You had a close
It
call,
would have been
too.
way shitty. Yeah, dude. I literally delivered it with 8 minutes left. Because there's the one complaint I have about the website and the company 48-hour film as a whole is the rules are very convoluted and kind of confusing.
So there's no clear
There's it's like there's not really a good place to find the rules. You're having to click and find
That's
stuff
so
out.
weird. You would think that they would have
And-
the rules clear.
They do, but so here's the other thing.
Yeah.
There's 48-hour film competition, and it posts all the guidelines and rules and stuff like that. But then once you dig deeper, you realize that your whatever hometown the 48-hour film competition is that you entered in has another set of rules, and they can either be more lenient or more.
Oh, so they have base rules and then they have city specific rules.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
I
There were other
didn't-
stipulations.
Yeah, well, yeah. It worked out in my favor. Though, luckily, there wasn't worse stipulations. But for Asheville specifically, they were across the board. It was all digital drop off.
No, that's good.
So luckily, I didn't have to drive back to Asheville Sunday.
Otherwise, you probably would have missed the deadline, right?
I would not have let myself miss the deadline, but I would have turned in a much shittier film.
Which, I know you went this past yesterday?
Yeah, last night.
Actually, yesterday to go view the film on the big screen.
Yep.
So, and do a Q&A.
Yeah.
From what I saw on Facebook. Now, how did that feel? I know you said you didn't feel really solid about your film. You were I wish I could have done this. But I said, you had 48 hours. But how did it feel for you first time experience, like having your fucking movie, like your short film on the big screen?
I can tell you 100% how I felt. My heart was pounding out of my chest, and I was like holding tightly to my wife's hand because I was freaking the fuck out.
But you weren't like excited that your film was actually on the screen?
I was super nervous that everybody was going to be like, holy shit, this is hot garbage. That's what I was afraid of.
Oh, whatever, man.
No, dude, like 100%.
Like, did you get any applauses like after like it
everyone got an? I can tell you that yes, my movie got applauded, but also literally all 13 other ones got applauded. Okay. So
you didn't feel as like
cool. I mean, I did watch. There were 2 out of the 14 that got screened last night that I was like, okay, like not being a dick about this at all, but I was like, okay, my movie's on par or maybe a tad better than that one. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's just human nature. You're going to compare your shit to like what you're watching. Because I can 100% also tell you that compared to some of the stuff that I seen last night, my shit was hot garbage.
Compared to theirs?
Dude, yeah, there was some legit like, I need like a Netflix series out of this short film that I watched yesterday. Damn. Like they were super good, man.
Like they should just turn into a Netflix series or YouTube Premium or Red or whatever.
Like there was one that was like close to what is that? There was like it was a Netflix show about suicide. It got really popular for a little bit.
You?
No. It was very like teen drama.
Oh, didn't it get canceled after one scene? Or one
there's I know there's for sure 2 seasons of it. Anyway, there was a film about.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's like it's there, but I can't see
I know,
it.
Dude.
It has like a girl's face on it, right?
Yeah. There was one that was like very like filmed like that, but dude, it looked so professional. The dialogue was like the person that ended up committing suicide in the film had like such a perfectly scripted monologue. So like the dialogue was on point, the scenes were on point.
Was this the guy you were telling me about like a little bit beforehand?
No, so that was a team. That was an actual crew. Then there was also a guy who did a mockumentary, and the guy filmed it, edited it, directed it, scored it, acted in it completely by himself.
I just don't know how that's
dude,
possible.
It was like top 3. It honestly could have.
It could win?
100% it could win.
Wow.
But personally, out of the 14 I watched last night, it was top 2.
How does all right? So, what do you think is different from that guy that could do it all by himself? Like with 48 hours, man, that's challenging.
Well,
man.
for starters, he's done it a couple times.
Oh, he has.
Yeah. So, like, and for those of you who don't know, we've never attempted anything like this before.
This is his first time.
First time, even remotely trying to do a film,
like a short film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ended up being 6.5 minutes long. We scripted it until from Friday. We got on the call with everybody at around 11. We had the script written, or John Davis, who's usually on the podcast, he actually typed the script out and had it done about 3 a.m. Gave everybody enough time to get like 4 hours of sleep, and we were up and back at John Fletcher's house, who's always usually on the podcast too.
Yeah.
We were at his house about 9 o'clock. We filmed from 11:30 until 1:30 a.m. that next night.
Wow. So like a 14-hour day.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible, man. Like now, I know it portrayed a lot of different like obstacles for you, man. What do you think was the biggest learning curve for you from this?
So the biggest learning curve, as like far as making a short film, if it's not going to be something that's solely your project, I would say have a set role for each individual you have on set. Whether it be like set builders, or whether you be director of photography and you let somebody else be the director, or you have a set writer, you have one person working directly with the talent, like that's probably the biggest key of me walking away from this.
Okay, so now we look back at the 2 films that you loved, like I guess you liked out of all of them. This goes kind of it's almost serendipitous, because it's kind of like almost with our conversation we had last week about working by yourself versus working with a team. With those 2, they parallel 2 very different styles of working. And I know you said like the guy who worked by himself was easily top 2, and then the other team. Is it safe to say they have one other video that was top 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? So between the 2, which one do you think left like a bigger impact on you? The suicide one or the self-made one?
Impact.
Yeah. You felt more driven, more felt emotion. You actually felt a little bit more like pulled towards it, like it was pulling you in.
Probably that's kind of hard because I would say the suicide one, but only because that is such like a
Taboo,
huge topic,
yeah.
and like you have that to draw you in. Like, it is very emotional. Whereas the One Man Team one was a mockumentary, so it was like funny.
Two different genres.
Completely different genres.
And that's another thing, like you, I guess they didn't really mention in the beginning of the competition, is that everybody's assigned different stipulations and different genres for the film, right? Yep. And now, how was that for you, like trying to creatively put that in? I wish Don was here so we could have asked him that too.
So we pulled a Western or time travel film out of the hat.
Those are two different variants. We
could either combine the two, or we could pick one or the other.
Man, if you combine the two, you're gonna end up with Aliens versus Cowboys.
Originally, dude, like that literally was mentioned at one point.
Was it really?
It's kind of like Aliens versus Cowboys. Yeah.
Just get a Daniel Craig, put a bracelet.
Yeah. So we decided to go with time travel.
Yeah.
We just felt like gathering all the Western crap that we would need would take a lot more time.
Like the outfits, like the props, the sets.
Exactly.
That makes sense, man. Like, I mean, I know it can be challenging. Like, and you're also doing this like once again on a budget, because you said that you raised like $300 by the sponsors.
Yeah, I mean the entry fee alone was $200, and then we had like $100 for gas and stuff.
Gas, and then like whatever left was like whatever else you had left for basically.
Yeah, I mean, I still ended up spending. We bought food for everyone. We bought a couple of like prop items that we needed. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think altogether, me and some other people ended up spending still like $150 on.
Jesus, man. So like, okay, so how many people were part of your project? Do you know?
7, including the makeup artist who showed up. She had an emergency, so she ended up showing up late. Mm-hmm. And then we had also had one guy leave early, so they kind of like swapped places. So on set at 6 all time, it was 6.
Right.
But
so, like,
7, yeah.
So, like, with that said, like, I know you said something you learned is, like, you'd assign them different roles, right?
Yeah.
What do you think was, I guess, the biggest challenge between that? Because I know you said, like, off camera, you told me that, like, you had somebody, like, 4 people tell, just, like, Thomas the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And you were just like, that's kind of... Okay.
Oh yeah, no, dude, 100%. We had 4 different people, including myself, at one point directing one scene, and so I mean, obviously that's gonna. I mean, Travis. It's funny that you said Thomas because
is it
Travis is his real name, but Thomas is the character's name.
Holy
and
shit!
You
what the?
You
I didn't know that
at all. Yeah, I know that's funny.
Weird.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
my bad, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to screw up your name.
But yeah, like that's. And Travis had never acted before at all.
Minus the prior music video that he did, right? Well, I guess that's the second music video you've done.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Well, the other one was on Discord, so.
And I'm not on there.
But yeah, dude, so 4 people telling one person what to do is obviously already going to be, like, overwhelming. Mm-hmm. And then on top of it being overwhelming, he's never done anything like this before ever, so it's like a double whammy. Mm-hmm. So that's why I feel like it's really important to like assign one person to that, role and stuff like that.
Okay, so like, would you do this again?
I would 100% do it. Yeah, I would definitely do it again. I wouldn't do it back to back or anything like that, but
like take a break maybe and then do the next one.
Yeah, we'll probably do it like next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or at least during a cooler time.
Well, we got rained on, so that was lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I now that I know kind of what to expect for the weekend, I feel like I would have a better understanding of how to wrangle in everyone.
Okay.
And maybe get some even more people. I mean, like I said, dude, we took this, literally decided this on Tuesday, and we had from Tuesday to Friday to try to get everybody that we needed.
Trying to find people is the toughest thing too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially on that short of a notice, man. You can't just tell somebody, hey, like this Saturday, I'm gonna need you to get out of bed and spend literally the entire day with me
for nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Well, like, I know they you haven't really found out the scoring or the judging yet.
Not yet.
When do you hear back about that?
They told us last night that it would be a couple days that they would announce the best of.
So at least, man, you know what sucks? There's no podcast next week,
Yeah,
so I guess we're leaving it on a cliffhanger for next season.
Have to freaking figure it out
or
next season.
You guys can follow him on his
YouTube
social.
channel?
Well, on his YouTube channel. You want to plug that real quick? Because I know
I don't
you
have a channel name.
I thought you did.
I don't have.
Oh yeah, not yet. You don't have enough. Okay. Anyways,
you can follow me on Instagram though, and I
Instagram?
always link my YouTube on my Instagram.
And on top of that, something else big happened with you, with your company. You changed your name.
Oh yeah. I was
And-
like, what happened?
You're like, what did we do? 'Cause
Yeah.
we never officially announced it.
we didn't.
You never really officially announced it. I knew about it.
Yeah.
But like, you never said anything because we were waiting for this to finish.
Yeah,
right?
we kind of like been just holding off for a minute because we were trying to decide if we want to get a business license and stuff like that. So, but yes, my new official business name is Film Pilot.
Okay. So what's the inspiration for the name?
iCarly.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I fucking love iCarly. So you know,
I've never watched it, so I have no idea.
What?
Yeah.
So in iCarly, they have like these T-shirts that they call penny tees, and they're literally just two words that don't really go together.
Okay. Film Pilot.
Film Pilot.
So those of you who are watching, and when you
My
see
old business name was Sight Set High, and that was from an Alma Honor song.
well, I mean, those dudes were awesome dudes.
I know,
Though.
dude.
They were a
That
great
was-
local
yeah.
band, man. I wish they would have kept going. I think they could have blown the fuck up by now. But I get it. There's contention. They get older.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they've been running for like 10 years, so
Strong.
they hadn't like exploded yet. So I think everybody just kind of
And
got tired.
they've been to Europe twice. God, man, I wish
Yeah.
I would have been in a band
That
and
was
traveled to Europe.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. That was. They had like one of their songs was called "Sight Set High," and that was why.
That's
I
awesome,
picked
though.
that one.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
From Alma Honor to iCarly.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, as you get older, you start branching out and finding.
As you
different
get
ideas.
older, you keep watching Nickelodeon shows with
Hey,
14-year-old
man.
girls in them.
Well, I mean, technically, you also have kids.
Yeah, but I liked it.
All
I
right,
don't even
I'm
like
try- I'm
her.
try-
No,
I'm
dude, I'm not trying to cover this up at all. I freaking
whatever.
love iCarly.
It's okay. I mean, I used to love Glee growing up,
And
man.
dude, Glee
I
was
can't
dope
say
too.
anything. Except all of them just turned out terrible.
Yeah. Jeanette McCurdy, actually, who played in iCarly
Mhm.
as one of the main characters, is a like short film person.
Oh, shoot.
director.
Oh,
She has her
really?
own podcast. Yeah.
So basically, you're trying to be her,
Uh,
but the male version.
I mean, not really. If I'm trying to
just
be
kidding.
anybody,
I'm just
it's like
kidding.
Peter McKinnon at this point.
I
But
know. Well,
I mean,
we know
I
that,
would
man.
meet Jeanette McCurdy for sure and be like, "What's up, Jeanette McCurdy?
I'm sure you
Look
will.
at this short film.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you
sucks
will.
in comparison to yours."
Well, I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere, man. This is your first actual, like, you can actually have your own first, like, IMDb page now
Can I?
for director.
Oh shit, dude, that's going down. Yeah,
You're welcome for that one.
yeah, dude. I'm gonna do a director's cut. I'm gonna do a Snyder cut of my
How long are you going to make this one now? Because I know the film itself
probably
was-
10 minutes.
Okay.
It'll
You think a
probably be-
lot was cut out because of it?
Dude, there was quite a bit cut out.
So, like, the continuity, the backstory, stuff like that, you think was missing?
And the biggest, like, the hardest punch we took as, like, a team was, I don't know if, like, I failed or the camera failed or, like, the memory card
Oh,
failed.
no. I don't like where
But
this is
we
going.
had one scene where the main, or our only actor, Travis, like, he, like, it's literally, like, the pivotal moment of the film, and he has lost this medicine that he has to have to save his life. Like, he has to have to keep going.
It's almost like one of those things, like, it's like in time travel, like, you have to have it in order to stay in
Yeah,
continuity.
kind
or
of.
whatever.
Well, like, it was literally like medicine.
Oh, shit. That would make
So
more sense.
he's realized that he has lost it, and he's, like, supposed to crack, or, like, it was a scene where he, like, cracks and, like, gives up hope, and, like, it's building all this tension, and so it didn't get recorded, or something happened to it.
I hate those moments,
And
man.
it was one of those things where, like, he destroyed the set, like, completely, like, because we told him to.
Yeah.
We were like, dude, you're
Out of a fit of rage.
freaking out.
Yeah.
Just destroy everything, and so he did.
That's crazy.
And then we didn't know that, and I didn't even know that it wasn't there until
You got
we were
home
already,
the
like,
next day.
home and shit like that. Yeah.
Damn, dude. And I bet you that was a very pivotal point. I bet you,
dude. I mean, it was everything. So we got a workaround for it, but it just wasn't as.
It's
great.
Not what you wanted.
It's not what we've seen on scene, and he did so good. He did so well, like being emotional and like just guttural screams.
How often has that happened to you? Like when you're working, you realize you're like, "Fuck, I can't believe I didn't record that scene," or it's not there. You're like, "I'm pretty sure I recorded that."
Dude, I think I know it's happened before, but I think this is like the biggest one for sure.
Well, because this was like your directorial debut, basically, essentially, for people to see. But people don't know that either, other than the people listening to the podcast now. Like, they don't know that scene wasn't a part of it. I mean,
we hadn't told anybody. I mean, the team knows, my wife knows.
I mean, truthfully, now that you're making your own director's cut, you can actually go back and redo the scene if you really wanted with just him, right?
We'd have to set everything back up. We've talked about it. Everybody's down. Like, nobody left anything, away with hard feelings or anything like that. Or, even though we were exhausted.
They were all cool with it.
Yeah.
They were understanding of it.
So, that's definitely a possibility. We definitely talked about making it into going back up there and getting more content for the film and stuff like that. So, we may.
Have you ever thought about maybe making your own, miniseries out of this, too, now? Like, if you could rewrite it, you know how people, most shows have pilots, and then they have their actual first episode? Do you think this is, your pilot, and you could turn it... I mean, you are called Film Pilot, so it could be your pilot, and then turn it into an actual thing that you guys do.
I will say we have definitely discussed continuing, or redoing this movie. We haven't discussed, turning it into a series or anything
I mean, I think that would be kind of cool, man. Just turn into, it doesn't even have to be a series, it's a show. It could just be a short movie series.
Kind of could, because it, the idea behind the film is it's a game show, and we did show other competitors.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Well, I'm also very much left out of the dark of this because I couldn't go and help them on Friday to go join them and see what was going on. But at the same time, they as a group, all together, you, Fletcher, and Davis, you guys all, once again, Film Pilot, you guys were like, all right, let's do this. So I was like, okay, cool, understand. But, yeah, what's up?
Oh, I don't know. Well, we haven't, technically we couldn't release it, and I don't think we still can release it online yet.
Not until after the grading is done, right? Or they tell you the competition's over, basically, right?
Yeah, so it'll be sometime next week. And actually, on August 1st, there is a red carpet event that you can go to, and they
you want to tell people where that's at in case they want to come out and see it?
I mean, if you guys want to go, it's Asheville, North Carolina. I think they're going to do it again at the Orange Peel, which is a really cool venue. It'll be August 1st, and actually I don't have all the details in front of me, so if anybody wanted to see it, follow me on Facebook, Alex Bullock, Bullock. I think I have I don't know what my picture is.
If not, your Twitter
Alex Bullock Media. So it's on Twitter, it's without the E. And everything else is still spelled the same. And then on Instagram, it's still Alex Bullock Media, and everything is spelled normal.
So check it out, guys. Follow him because, I'm pretty excited for him, especially since this is your first film. This is your first big, giant project that you're, that you took under yourself. It's a big undertaking, man. And, you should be proud of that. Even if you feel very, about it.
I'm a little, now that I went and seen everybody else's and stuff like that, and it kind of hit me that everything that we actually accomplished, I feel a little bit better about it.
You should.
But, again, at the same time, I'm one of those persons or one of those people that,
you're a perfectionist.
If it's not really what I wanted, I'm kind of pissed off or, let down.
I mean, I get that, but that comes with you being a perfectionist too, because obviously, to me that was very apparent when you would work on After Effects stuff.
Yeah, dude. 40 hours later, I'm still masking something.
You're like, man, I remember the biggest one was the first music video. You're like, or no, it was your first, the Beezy first, or the train one.
Yeah.
And then you were saying, yeah, man, I spent 40 hours, I'm 600 frames in or 1200 frames in. I'm like, bro, change it to 24 frames per second so that you don't have to make that many frames.
Yeah.
And you were like, fuck.
Yeah. I drew something for those laser looking things 1,000 times or something.
But still, I mean, I know that was your second music video, and that was the most graphically heavy thing
That was
I've ever seen
literally
you
like
do.
I approached him with like, hey, I want to practice with After Effects.
Yeah.
Let's make a video.
And it looked
that's
really good.
It's what I asked for.
I mean, I thought it looked really good, man. Like I still toot your horn about that one.
My camera at that time, and I like, it could have looked better.
Well, you were
better,
using your Canon.
Yeah, it could have looked better, but with better gear.
Which, by the way, he is actually using a Sony A7 III now.
A7 III, yeah.
Because some of the companies
color grades beautifully.
Isn't it great?
Dude, it's so beautiful.
The
like
the A3, man, I don't know what it is, but there's something about that camera, even with the S3, that the S3 can't get it. Like, I love the S3, but I feel like there's something missing from it. And the A7 III, there's some of the footage I'm just like, how does this look better than the S3?
Yeah,
but like, I'm just still like amazed by it.
Like, I understand completely how people become lut bitches now, because dude, I mean, as long as you got that S-Log rolling, like, you do a couple, of simple like color corrections, and then fucking throw a LUT on there, and you're
just
good
curve
to go.
it a little bit. Just curve it a little bit.
Have
you tried it in DaVinci yet?
No, I haven't even downloaded DaVinci on my new machine.
Try it. You're gonna be like,
I probably will. I will soon.
Holy shit.
So what about you, man? What you got going on? What's the last little bit you want to talk about?
Man,
on
like
this season?
I told you, man. Like, it's just more so that like I want to just like work more on like personal things, like After Effects, getting better at it, because like that's a huge thing on its own, man. And like for me, where I did like I've done video editing on and off, and then like this whole like capturing it myself is new to me. I know Premiere pretty well, but then like using different programs like DaVinci or After Effects, like I want to be able to use them fluidly so I can use them all as a tool to kind of like combine it all. Another thing I want to practice on is motion graphics. I know I talked about that briefly, but like I want to be able to, instead of using like either templates or looking up tutorials and then making my own, I want to be able to just be able to crank them out so people are like, how the hell did he do that? Like, I know with a lot of people with like the Travis Scott music video, like where the bouncing, people are like, holy shit, how is that possible? And then like people are on YouTube already dissecting it, and they're like, how they do it? It looks like this, but you gotta do this.
Right, I've already watched that tutorial.
So you know what? Yeah,
pulled it, like,
you're the one that told me about it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, damn, I get that. Like, I want to be able to create an effect that people all look at and be like, holy hell,
yeah, that'd be sick.
I want that.
Yeah, dude.
Like, and like people know you because like if you establish your own look and way, more people are gonna come to you and be like, hey, can I get this creative mindset for you? Especially when it comes to like building up clientele. And that's something that I want to do because I'm trying to expand my clientele again. Because Tennessee is great, but I want to be able to travel and go places and film like music videos in like the Bonneville Salt Flats.
That'd be nasty.
Like, imagine that.
We got big dreams, dude. The both of us do.
Like, so. I know you said, we talked about it a few episodes ago, like what you want to do. You want to become, full time like YouTuber, like filmmaker. And I told you what I wanted to do, director. But I also now want to be kind of like a content creator too, and just have fun with it. So like where like the days of old like YouTube past used to be, like with like Freddie Wong and just like all those like fun videos, because I feel like there's a lack of those now.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like just like creativity is. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you, but I feel as if like the way that social media has been working. I talk about it slightly in my video, but I'm burnt out on it because just the content is just all reality shit. And the reason why we get on social media sometimes or just watch movies is to get away from reality. And I feel like there's just too much reality now with media. If that makes sense. Like I just kind of like
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Like I don't know about you. Like when you were not in the 90s growing up, I just felt like, and I'm sure this is true for every generation, man. Like when you were growing up, the TV show, if you had TV or like the radio or songs that you listened to at the time, you will describe as being the most influential generational period for you, be it music, movies, video games. Granted, because that's what you grew up with. Yeah. But like even as you, for example, iCarly, as you grew up, you still watch it because it had such a high influence on you that you enjoyed the show. If that makes sense.
Or I'm just a child.
We're all children, man. Whatever. I'm a child too. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Like, and I feel that, but I feel like right now, it's just reality is too real now.
Well, you have a lot of like vlog content, So that is somebody's daily life. So I mean, you are following that. It's not like somebody's adding an explosion to them going to the store.
I mean, I totally get that,
So,
and then, like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with vlogging content, like YouTube content. There's nothing wrong with that, but like, I just feel like some of the content that some of these people put out is just too real. Like, we get on the internet to just kind of like either learn something or escape from something, or stay in contact with someone. Not, hey, the world's fucking burning, we're about to die, we're gonna get flooded, just constantly. It's just constant.
So you just want to, you want to create something that's just fun and for somebody to, escape with you with.
Exactly, and so that people aren't so focused.
I think it's a good idea, man.
I mean, it's. I think, honestly, it's what this world is missing out on, because if you look at the past, how we imagine the future, it was bright, bubbly, round, happy, super progressive. Like, all of a sudden, we have flying cars and fucking hoverboards. Now, we look at the future now, like, in present time, from, like, the 2000s and up, like, it's been...
Everything's on fire.
Apocalypse!
Yeah, dude.
Like, and I get that.
It's more Terminator than the Jetsons.
Yes. And, I get that, and that's just... I can't say why that's happening. I mean, I can, but like I won't get into that.
I feel like that's not a good ending podcast.
Exactly. That's a rabbit hole. Like, and I feel, and I want to kind of make that kind of change, because I think it'd be good for just society in general. Myself, it'll get my creative shit that's always like stacking on my brain to like take that virtual RAM and just free it up and like actually be able to. I don't know, be able to live life and not stress out too much about the different things I want to do.
Because if you're getting all of that out and you're doing exactly what you want to do, you're going to be in a much happier place.
Yes, and and that's something that's been big for me. I think ever since you've met me is like I've been trying to live life to my fullest, to the best way possible. Just have surrounded myself with good people and not have shitty people who try to take advantage of you or try to steal from you constantly, because I feel like a lot of people like to keep that baggage around. And I know that's my self-awareness, is I want to be able to live a happy, content life that's not drama-filled, stress-filled from people that really shouldn't stress me out.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
you got to keep a good circle, man.
Exactly.
Like a tight circle.
Exactly. And as you grow, like, your circle goes from here to, like,
you start realizing
this.
Who's an asshole and who isn't.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it just comes with age.
And it does, and it's true, and like, and that's what I want. That's what I'm trying to do with my life. But also, I want to be able to share that happiness and, like, different lifestyle for people, because I know a lot of people nowadays, especially after last year, struggle with depression, just anger issues, just because like they're all just kept inside. And and 2020 was a fucked up year. It was a crazy year of like growing.
Yeah.
I'm one of the I don't mean to brag or just like just rub this in anybody's face, but like I want to say last year I was really like blessed. Not being religious, but like just saying like I was really lucky and fortunate that the things that happened to me worked out better for me.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds selfish, but I'm just really...
No, I mean, this is real. I mean, if stuff did happen that was good, like, yeah, I mean...
Like, I'm really...
selfish.
Yeah, like, and then, like, I'm just, like, really, like, happy where I'm at now with my career. Dude. I'm sure, like, same thing for you, man. Like, you've been making moves.
Making moods.
Making moods. Ah!
Yeah.
But no, like, you've been making a lot of moves for yourself with your career and your path, and you're expanding it, which is, I'm so happy that you're doing that, because, like, ever since we've linked up, we've told our story many times. I think that, you are one of the most talented creators in this area, and I think that I know you want to bring your friends with you, but eventually, at the same time, you yourself are just going to blow up, too. And I hope that
game plan, fam.
I know, and it will for you. I know it will.
Got to get past some 40 subs on YouTube.
Mark it today. Today's what, July 23rd?
Yeah, I got to pay my car insurance.
Shit. But today's July 23rd. Wait.
Is it?
22nd. I lied. Today is the 22nd. Today's July 22nd. Mark my word that this man is going places. He's going to blow up. He's gonna be extremely successful. He's gonna have a great team of collaboratives working extremely well with him, and that's something that I've always seen with you. You know, how many times in our personal messages have I been like, dude, that's really great. You're doing great. Just keep doing this. And I still give you advice on, like, technical sides because creatively you're sound, but the technical side, you're still learning.
Creatively, like, I still got leaps and bounds to learn, dude. I mean, I think we both do. Like, you're never, if you think you're done know growing. Everything about Premiere, if you know everything about After Effects, or if you know everything about sound design,
your career's done.
Know everything. Like, you're just you're an idiot. If that's what you truly believe, you're an idiot.
Oh no,
there's always something to fucking learn.
Oh, I agree, and that's the biggest thing is like, I'm sure you feel this way. For myself, I am never content with where I'm at.
No, dude.
And I think that's great because this is what drives us, and that's what makes us hungry for what we want to do. You know, granted, like, I love it because I'm glad we did this because, like, you and I are completely different parallels, you know, when it comes to, like, how we work, which is, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as we talked.
Makes for interesting conversations.
Exactly. Interesting conversations, but we can also trade each other's experience because the way I look at it is you have experience working with collaboratives and as a team where I'm
flying
the opposite.
Solo.
Exactly, and like, you know, we talked a little bit about it off the camera about, you know, your past experience this past weekend and like different things like that, and just in general. And I think it's been great because like I like to think that I help you see from my side and you help me see from your side. And it's been, and even John, like, you know, both of them, like I get to see what they think and what's going on in their head, so I'm not just stuck in that constant like it's my way or the highway, because I never really thought that. It's always been more like, okay, let me take your ideas. Let me see.
And moving around a little bit.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, I get that's collaborative, but at the same time, I mainly work alone, as you know. Except for this last Wednesday. You helped me. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. This is the last one.
Yeah, dude, I actually don't really mean to cut it short, but I have to go film a video.
No, you're good, man. I didn't realize that. I was like, oh shit, it's getting late.
No, you're good.
But no, like, yeah, thanks for doing this, and thanks to the Johns, Davis, and Fletcher for joining us.
Thanks
on this.
for everybody who's listened so far. We'll be back hopefully maybe in
October-ish.
I feel like that's a good like break. And we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you then. We'll keep you guys updated on the Facebook, on the YouTube.
What's the podcast called?
Can we tell people what our podcast we would call the podcast in our group chat?
Take Your Best Shit.
Yes. So, just so you guys know, we'll come back with Take Your Best Shit in October. We'll tell you about the size of them, the consistency.
That's disgusting.
Just kidding. We would never do that.
We will see you guys next
time. Later,
time.
guys.